Today is a good day, and I'm super excited because we're getting our car back. We're actually headed to the Gate 2 Visitor Center right now to go and pick up our car. I sound really nasally, don't I? I didn't notice until I started talking. I never actually talked about what happened to our car before and why it's getting repainted. When Calvin and I were already in the States, Travis was headed to take his EOC and his 7-level EOC and of course exam. Why is it EOC? EOCE. Anyways, he came around a corner, like, headed to base, and there was a Japanese lady turning around, like, in the road around a corner, and our car hit the side of her car, just barely, but enough that it kind of scratched our bumper and, like, dented in her doors. So our insurance and her insurance, or just our insurance pays for ours?
Well, insurance is paying for everything. I don't know the ratios that are being paid. All I know that they said that she was 90% at fault and I was 10% at fault, which is the minimum liability for Japan.
Because us driving here, any accident that happens is automatically 10% our fault because we're driving here. That's it, right? Basically.
Yeah. Pretty much for breathing on that day, it was 10% my fault.
For driving that day, you're at fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the insurance is covering everything though, and it ended up being, she wanted to say that it was 80% her fault and 20% Travis's fault, which would have meant we had to pay for 20% of ours and 20% of hers, and Travis is like, no. So he got it figured out, and it's all covered, and they were supposed to just repaint like the front half, so Travis is gonna go over it carefully, he says, because once you drive away with it, there's nothing more that they can fix or do. It's just done. So hopefully we get to take our car home if there's no issues. If there is, I assume we just take this again and they fix it.
Yeah, just tell them they know. This ain't right.
Yeah, so, oh, there he is calling probably.
Hello? Yes, that is correct. Okay, thank you. 10:30.
Apparently it's 10:30 and it's 9:54 right now, so we don't really want to sit here for another 35 minutes and wait. So we're gonna, I don't know, Travis is driving, I don't know what we're doing. Just waiting for him to fill in the blank, but I don't think he even knows.
I don't know what's going on.
We're just driving. All I know is I get my car back and I'm excited. Because though this does have really awesome cup holders in the dash, that's not enough for me to want to keep it. See? And over there. It's so cool. A car! I missed it so much. It looks so pretty. Trying to get out. Hello.
See you. Yes. Oh, it's shiny.
It is really shiny.
Yeah.
It's clean.
So you just did the hood, the grill, the bumper.
Oh, it looks so pretty.
Is this brush on? Is this brushed on right here?
Yes.
The only thing I don't like is this right here. You didn't paint the fender, right? You didn't paint the fender, but there's... Yeah. It's not smooth. Everything else is smooth, but that's not. That's all. I don't like that. It just doesn't look finished.
Oh, yeah, okay. So probably we need a couple of days.
I know it wasn't perfect when we gave it to you, but it just, you can't paint over stuff.
Oh, I miss my car.
I understand your service, but when you call me and tell me that you weren't going to paint it.
He was saying they were being nice and they just dabbed over it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to do, but if you're doing something to be nice to someone, to give them like a complimentary service, then do it well.
Yeah.
Like, don't make it look like my son put the paint on. I understood why it was rusty. Now I look at that and I go, well, this guy didn't even care.
Yeah. So the biggest issue, I think, is the roof, yes?
Well, yeah, and the paint on the fender that looks like someone just brushed on.
Yeah.
It's not the same color. It's more gray.
But you can only tell when that little piece is on there.
Yeah. It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
They said in a few more days, which is kind of poopy because it's Saturday and they're not open on weekends. So like today and tomorrow it won't be being worked on. We just don't get it back until like probably Thursday or so. They'll call us again. It'll be like for my birthday, I'll get my car back, hopefully.
It's stupid, man. Like, did anyone even look at this?
So there's a couple of spots that it was like, it just looks like they kind of tried to rush through it and didn't really care. And like, we know the car's not in perfect condition, but if they're paying how much? Freaking $1,700 to get it repainted?
$2,000 just to get, all they painted was the hood and the front bumper.
Yeah. And like, for almost $2,000, which we're not paying for, the insurance is paying for, but they're getting almost $2,000 to repaint it, and it should look nice. So, like we had said before we got there, Travis was gonna go over it and make sure that it was all okay. And there was like, down by like where the fog light cover is, there was like a nick in it, like it wasn't quite dry, but it like got hit or something.
No, it looked like the plastic in the bumper was chipped and like peeled off, but they just painted over it.
Oh, I thought it was kind of like a slouch spot, like being where it was. Where the hood and the fender meet, there was like down in the corner, like it looks like it was brushed on, and it was just like the brush went over the hood toward the fender, and like, yeah, it hit it a little bit. There was only like this much on there, but they're not like exactly the same color, obviously, because the paint that's on the car is years old and worn, and this was brand new paint, and it's really obvious. And then the roof was like dabbed on. Looked like Calvin was just like, Travis was like, hey Calvin, go paint the roof. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I would have been fine with if they just left it.
Yeah. It was a decent sized rust spot, and Travis had tried to put vinyl over it a little while ago, and it just wasn't working out, so he peeled it off, which exposed like more of the metal, but it wasn't like all rusty. And he had asked when they had started doing it if they could repaint it, and they're like, oh, it's gonna cost what, 90,000?
Yeah, it was gonna be $900, and because they had to take out the windshield because they don't know how far down under the windshield the rust goes, so they don't want to repaint it and then have it come back, which I understand. If they're trying to do it correctly, they're going to charge $900.
Yeah. But Travis said, no, don't do that, just leave it.
Yeah.
And they took paint and just dabbed on it anyways, and they're like, oh, it's our service. Like, they were trying to be nice and covered it up for us, which we appreciate if it looked right. Like, if they tried fading it or blending it in at all,
yeah,
that would be fine.
Even if it was just like a whole bunch of squares.
Yeah.
Like if they just taped a square around it, I would be fine with that because I already did that on the quarter panel.
Yeah.
But the quarter panel looks like someone actually took their time, and I just want to paint this portion. Purposely,
instead of just...
Yeah, instead of just spray painting everything.
Yeah. I know this is a long little rant, and I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but that was like the issues with it, and why it's going to take even longer, and I don't get my car back until probably my birthday. But that's okay. I'd rather it look right, so then when we go to sell it, it's worth what it's worth and not less because it has crap paint. Hey Hoosers, no car today. How hot is it? I do this every time. I'm like, oh, it's hot. It's probably, let me see how hot it is actually. 87 feels like 94 with 62% humidity. Oh, it's already there. That's pretty cool. I thought this sound looked pretty good. Top left, yeah. So there's these little shot type drinks. I'm assuming this says vitamin D because it's just like packed full of vitamins, I think. It kind of tastes like Flintstone gummies, and I've gotten one like every couple of days since I've been kind of sick. And we are at Aeon, and they have a kids one, so we got Calvin one too because he's all sorts of sick and gross. And this says like vitamin, calcium, something enriched or whatever. So I think they're just supposed to be like a little healthy thing. Vitamin thing. Make you feel better and make me not sound like this. It won't focus, but this says pharmaceutical company, which kind of furthers my point that it's just vitamins. It's like a little alcoholic. I'm wearing a really short dress. Dang it. Dang it. Who ran that? No! I just dropped this because truck and broke it. Look at I did wake my foot. You were licking my heel a second ago. You little dork. Handsome. Oh, Siki. We need to change your bandana. You've been wearing this one for a few days. It's now about 4:30 and we're walking down to Angel and Joey's house because today is actually their anniversary. Like 10 or 11 something years like that. They're gonna go out tonight and everything, and we said we'd watch the kids, and it's a little bit windy, so I'm gonna get inside. Do the special knock loud. Whoa! Hi! What are you doing, John? You wanna come to our house? Come here!
You wanna come to our house?
John, come on!
That's where we're going after.
Okay. Alrighty, just let me know when you're headed back. Have fun. Happy anniversary. Welcome. I've said it once and I will say it again. I will say it a million, trillion, bazillion times. My husband is so stinking handy. He just amazes me. So, you know how he made this nightstand? Well, today he was like, I have this idea that I want to take this piece of wood and put it in here and then take this lamp. It's just like a really nice kind of older style lamp, like work lamp. So he's like, I want to put it on this table and make it like a table nightstand slash lamp. So that's what he did. Look at how cool that is. So that's the table that he had made. And he put this other piece in there. He drilled a hole in it, put the lamp in it, wired it down and through. He's just so stinking handy and so freaking clever. I just love seeing the projects that he comes up with because he's so good at it all. Literally, if there was any idea that you had to like make something, he's like, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Or if he sees someone do something, he takes it and like spins it in his own way and makes something super awesome. And it's just like, I don't know, his mind and his imagination just like blows me away sometimes because he's just so smart. Like that's just it. He's just really smart and he's creative and he uses that, and I think he kind of almost like wants to challenge himself with making things and like sees the level of difficulty at which he can complete something, and I just think it's inspiring. Honestly, I think it's really cool and I just love him a lot. I'm so proud of him. Somehow it matches our bed really well. So our current situation is it's now 8 o'clock and it was like 5 o'clock last time I saw you guys. I was kind of hungry, so I just made us some food, but I didn't really know what to make because the only thing that I had thought was like 2 chicken thighs and some bacon. So I just cooked both of those and I'm gonna make the kids some mac and cheese and put chopped up chicken in there, and we're having salads with bacon. So I went and asked Travis, I was like, so I made salads with bacon in them. Do you want one? He's like, I love salads with bacon in them. So we're having salads with bacon. Oh girl, we so fancy. Salads with bacon. And the kids are getting mac and cheese with cut up chicken. This looks so good. I love mac and cheese. Dang it. Dang it. I steal Baskin-Robbins spoons. And I forgot their chicken. Chicken. I'm in our room trying to keep myself awake watching YouTube videos. I was busting up laughing over a couple of Jenna Marbles videos. I told Travis that he needs to come in and watch them with me. We're waiting for Angel and Joey to get here though, because John is passed out asleep on Calvin's bed, Calvin is passed out asleep on our bed, and Mari is watching Trolls in the living room. So once they head home, then we can put Calvin in his rightful bed and go and watch that again. But We have to wait until they get here. You were good? Yeah. You say bye. Say bye. Bye, John.
Alright, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya. Now that they're about to leave, they're headed out the door. We're gonna go to bed too. So for now, that is that. We'll see you when we see you. Bye.
Oh, I don't know what you've been told, but the sky